Okay, what's the next poll, Sam?
Yeah, next poll.
So this is actually a new setup. We haven't done this one before. So, usually it's pick which one is the best, right? So you're voting on which one's the best. This one is pick one, ditch the rest. Okay.
Okay,
so
pitch one, ditch the rest.
Pick one. So you're just picking one. So it's only one. And so
I like this.
50% of people. So let me set it up.
Okay, yeah.
Earlier, we were discussing your backstory in photography, Brad.
Yep.
And you had a bunch of opportunities to work for some very, very large publications, right? So on this list, we have 3 different publications. And so the audience had to pick one, ditch the rest, right?
Sure.
So 50% chose Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
38%, I think this is surprising, chose Harper's Bazaar.
Oh, sure.
And last, third place, GQ, 13%.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about that? Those rankings? How would you re-rank them, Brad?
Well, no, you know what, Sam, they need to give you a raise because you're pretty much right on with that. Vogue is the reigning champion as far as editorial, and I mean, it is the Bible. Anna Wintour is currently sort of like the editor-in-chief and has reigned over that publication for years, and it's a fashion juggernaut. I mean, if you really want to, if you're in the business of fashion, you definitely want to be on those pages. Harper's Bazaar, definitely. I mean, you guys won't know this, but there was a fantastic editor-in-chief that used to be on staff at Harper's Bazaar named Liz Tilberius, and just some of the editorials and the stories that they would shoot in the fashion pages where, they would send a crew out to Paris and they'd shoot, 17 pages of an editorial. Some of the most beautiful, images you've ever seen in your lives. All of those stories are put into motion by the editors-in-chief. And Vogue and Harper's Bazaar went back and forth for years between, I would say, sort of like 87 all the way through maybe like 90, I'll say like 98 into 2000.
Okay.
But yeah, and then GQ on the tail end of that. I mean, GQ is sort of like the male version of Vogue. So
Vogue, yeah.
Well done.
And GQ's changed over the years. They've become a little bit homogenized and a little bit commercial, maybe a lot of it commercial. But if you go back and see some of those archive copies of GQ from the 70s and 80s and even the 90s, it was really fashion forward and
you're very right. And
so,
two, the fashion industry changed at a certain point because the magazines needed to sell more. So what they started to do is they're just like, hey, Nick, we hear you're going to be like in like the next, you're going to be playing Captain America, like in the upcoming thing. So
that tracks.
GQ will do a cover spread on him, and then Denzel Washington is coming out with Equalizer 2, so he gets a spread. So it becomes a vehicle in which to sell television shows, to sell movies, and to promote them.
Yeah, you open a GQ today, you'll see some ads for J. Crew, you'll see some Gap stuff, and it's not that those places are bad, it's just changed it. It's a little different. It's kind of like what happened to Playboy once they came out of the 70s. So in 50s, 60s, 70s, or I should say really late 50s, 60s, 70s, Playboy, it wasn't gauche to have it. And then 80s came around and it really became, maybe it was the inclusion of Hustler, but it became a little bit bad taste and gauche to like have these type of and to pretend that you were reading the articles or whatever.
The articles are good, man.
The articles actually were good, and the photography was top notch and all that stuff. So anyway, Sam, thank you for your audience polls, and Brad thinks you deserve a raise, and I'm going to say congratulations to you.
Oh my God!
Congratulations, Sam, on your research, and you're doing such a good job.
You're going to do well in your business, Sam. I see you doing big things, Sam, for you.
Absolutely.
Change his name there. Instantly. Big Sam, I think that's for you.
If we changed your name from Intern Sam, what did you want to? Do you want to be Big Sam or do you want to be something else? What would you? There's a ring to Intern Sam that I like. So even when you're not interning anymore, I still like that your name's Intern Sam. Is that weird? Or?
I mean, I think it rolls off the tongue. You know,
Yep.
Big Sam. I don't know. It's interesting.
You just got to look at what's on the bathroom walls, bro. It says Belmont Baddie.
Belmont Daddy. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Big Sam sandwich.
The big sandwich. Yeah.
One of the things I was a huge fan of during the Kaya interview was when you guys would do the Bane voice. Nick, this is one of those times where I would love, I think that Sam's name should be changed.
Right.
He's been effectively initiated. Sam, what do you have to say?
We should have a Bane off. Okay, Nick,
Yeah,
it's your
right,
turn. Okay, that was Brad's. All right,
No,
now, Nick,
because
do
I
have
always got to do the thing where you got to cover up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course, Sam. We would love for you to change your name. But if you change it, it must be something majestic. It cannot be something simple or ordinary. We're not ordinary people here on the Make It podcast. We're extraordinary people doing extraordinary things. So, Sam, make your name heard from the hilltops and the mountains so everyone can hear and proclaim your name.
Sir Sam.
Well done, sir.
Inspiring. Yeah.
Well done, sir. I thought that was great.